Welcome back to After Dark Paranormal. I know it's been a while. I lost two family members within 6 months of each other, so it's been rough. I haven't really felt like doing videos. I have investigated a couple of places, one being my friend's house that he just bought, because there was some dark negative energy from left over from the people that he had to evict downstairs. So, but other than that, I haven't done anything. So I thought I'd give you a little spooky story time. This is part one. This is a story of me, so you get to know me a little bit better. I grew up seeing and hearing and feeling spirits around me. I could tell when things were going to happen, and it kind of freaked people out. So I was an outcast. My mother told me, don't tell people, just don't. And it wasn't until my grandmother, her mother, was getting ready to pass away that she told me that the woman who I'm named after, my grandfather, my mom's father's mother, I'm named after her, was a natural witch. And that's where I got my abilities from. She was empathic, and so am I. And it's not as cool as it may sound, because it's hard when you're kind of like a human lie detector, and you can sense what other people are feeling, or if they're hiding things, you kind of get that sense. And it's hard to be around people. So I learned to kind of tell very few people and not draw a lot of attention to myself with that. Over the years, I've kind of become a hermit due to that fact. It's hard when you scare people because of things you know and you can tell them. So it's a gift, but if you have it, I don't find it as cool as some people do. I'm learning to open up more now because my daughter got them. She can see, she can hear them. I'm very, very empathic. I mean, very sensitive to other people's feelings and emotions, and it's hard. So, growing up in a haunted house with spirits all around me, it was hard when your mother wouldn't believe you when you said you heard things or saw things. She always had some rational explanation for it. Until my grandfather died, and I came home one evening, and she was standing waiting in the kitchen for me, and I thought, oh God, did I do something? And she said, listen, Stephanie, listen upstairs. It sounds like people are fighting or doing something. I knew it was probably Grandpa. He was passed over, and whenever any of my friends, I'd take them through the house, I'd always say, going into your attic was like mud. It was just so thick. I went up with a knife. Nobody was there. When you went down the stairs, because it was a connecting attic, three-family house that my grandfather owned, and there was a latch hook from the inside of my grandmother's house. It hadn't been moved. It was locked, so nobody was up there. She was ready to call 911. She started to believe a little bit more after that. I had friends come over that house after my grandfather died, experience weird things. We even had a nurse who saw my grandfather. I mean, his pictures, by this time we were getting ready to sell the house, and she described him perfectly. So I showed her a picture that had a bunch of people in it, my uncle and other people, other guys, other men. She picked him right out. Said, no, this is a guy. And I said, there's no way, because the way it was, he would have to have been standing like up on on the cellar door. So it was weird, just weird, odd things after they died. My grandmother died 6 months to the day, almost, after my grandfather. It was hard. I lost 3 grandparents in that year. Again, within 6 months of each other. And so this time, when I lost my brother Mike and then my uncle Mike, I kind of think I lost a brain cell or two. So that brings us up to me going and figuring out how to kind of use my abilities, and searching other religions to try to find out, how other people felt about spirits. So I became a certified parapsychologist and took psychology classes also. It's just hard. I'm a skeptic when it comes to a lot of things. No matter what I've seen or experienced or felt. I don't go in somewhere and go, my God, this place is full of demons. No, I look for the rational explanations first before I start, going, okay, well, I have a weird feeling. Well, if the EMF is high, people do, it's an EMF sickness where this field can make you hallucinate and just cause havoc. So I don't go in thinking everything is a demon or a ghost. But if I can't find a rational explanation, and the lights are fine, the electricians come out, the plumber's been out there, the water's fine, there should be no reason for any like electrical problems or plumbing problems, water going on, toilets flushing by themselves. There's no creatures in the attic, that can get into the walls. Chipmunks are wonderful for that. Squirrels too. I had an infestation of chipmunks, and I finally told my daughter, like, listen, they aren't ghosts in the walls, it's chipmunks. So look for the rational explanations first. Whatever's left, then that's the paranormal. So I learned how to use my abilities, but I also shut off the part of seeing spirits because I didn't like it. I can see them still in my mind's eye. It is like when you see on TV, it's like a movie playing in your head. It kind of is. You get these flashes of things, and the more you're in the field, the more is going to happen to you. The more sensitive you will become. So be very aware of that if you're getting into this field of paranormal activity, and just don't go searching for demons, because there's an old saying from a great show from a long time ago, Freaky Links, that what you don't know can't hurt you, but what you search for might get you. And it's true. So that's it. This is part 1. Part 2 will be coming soon, and I'll explain a little more about dealing with my daughter now that my child is seeing and hearing things, and her emotions, and how hard it is to be a sensitive, and when you're feeling all these other emotions, plus your hormones are changing, so that's another thing. So that'll be coming very soon. Thanks, and stay spooky.